Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is SIvadheaH and I would like to explain about deixis, distance, reference, and inference. Deixis is a technical term for one of the most basic things we do with utterances. Deixis means pointing via language. In any linguistic forms that use this kind of pointing is called deictic expressions. Deixis is a form of referring that is tied to the speaker's context, with the most basic distinction between the expression of being near the speakers and away from the speakers. For a near speaker one is called proximal terms, and the example is this, here, and now. And then for away from the speakers is called distal terms, for example that, there, and then. There are several types of deixis. The first one is the person's deixis, which divided into three. Is the first person, the second person, and the third person. The first and the second person is called direct participants, and the third one is called non-direct participant because it's omniscience. There is also a potential ambiguity in English use of the first person plural use in English. It's called exclusive we and inclusive we. In exclusive we exclude the addressee, and then the inclusive we include them into our conversations. And then the second part of deixis is spatial deixis. It is concerned with locations. It is important to remember that location from the speaker's perspective can be fixed mentally and physically. The last one is temporal deixis. This is to indicate time. The facial and physical expressions apply to both past and the future time. So it's related to the speaker's present time. And then the next one is about reference and inference. Reference is an act in which the speaker, oral, or the writer use linguistics form to enable the listener or the hearer to identify something. Linguistic forms such as referring expressions, for example, noun and pronoun is example. In a conversation you wouldn't reuse like she or he for several times. You always refer them into her or him. And then the difference between reference and inference is inference you add something into you add some knowledge into knowing the whole conversations. Like it's you need an addition to understand what is conveyed, meaning in conversations. It is not said explicitly, so it's you have to know how to convey the meaning within implicit content. I think that's all my explanation about deixis, distance, reference, and inference. Thank you for the attention. See you in another video. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.